Quote from the book on process benchmark. This refers to the comparison of costs for individual production steps, such as the surface treatment of turned parts. The resulting figures provide the basis for which procurement can negotiate processing costs directly with the supplier. Sounds straightforward, right? I guess that anyone having at least a sliver of procurement experience knows how to do this. But the question is, are you doing it? We did it at a PC maker and saved $55 per metric ton of steel. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. Let's get started. All of us know the principles of good housekeeping in procurement. Know your spend, know your specs, know the key suppliers in the field, know how important you are for these suppliers, know the processes to make your products, compare the cost of the associated process steps, prepare negotiations with the Harvard principles, provide feedback to suppliers after negotiations. Applying these good housekeeping practices does not turn us into great buyers, but neglecting some or all of this turns us into pretty poor ones. Sure, there are lots of adverse effects. Your team is not staffed adequately. The admin workload is escalating. The promised IT systems are still not available. There are severe supply shortages, and there is the semiconductor crisis. In a way, this dilemma of knowing what to do but not coming around to do it provides a lot of openings for external consultants to come in and help. Let me give you one example from a PC maker where we worked a couple of years ago. In the PC industry, steel is not the hottest topic, and it does not receive as much attention as other commodities like semiconductors. And should you wonder why the PC industry is using steel at all, think about enclosures of desktop computers and the racks and trays for servers. In a normal market situation, a ton of steel roughly costs $1,000. And of course, steel suppliers are creative in coming up with extra services and are not shy charging for these with so-called cost adders. Since at the PC maker steel was not central to the performance, responsibility had switched several times and it had become a bit hard to keep track of all the various cost adders. But after some digging in contracts, offers and RFPs, we came up with this list. In total, the various cost adders increased the price of a ton of steel by $102. That is 10% and pretty substantial. Then we started digging deeper, comparing between different suppliers. What we found were lots of inconsistencies. For example, suppliers were charging cost adders for services that had been included in the RFP. So our PC maker client was paying double for these. Going through each of these cost adders and challenging them with benchmarks led to overall savings of $55. And the most relevant cost adder for this video was the anti-fingerprint coating. That coating had been a hot topic about 10 years prior. And then about 5 years prior, an anti-corrosion treatment had been added. We then started quizzing suppliers about the differences between anti-corrosion and anti-fingerprint. Well, turned out that to a large extent, anti-corrosion essentially encompassed the benefits that anti-fingerprint offered. And after cross-checking with engineering and after-sales services experts, this was confirmed. So we were able to eliminate anti-fingerprint and the associated cost of $15 without any impact on the product. So there you have it, D6 Process Benchmark, a purchasing chessboard method that highlights the importance of good housekeeping. Okay, now it is your turn. What do you think is left on the table by simply not getting to do all the analysis and benchmarks that you know you and the team should do? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And should you have a question, I will get back to you within 24 hours. Thank you for watching and I see you in the next one. Bye!